This is my story every weekend, and I'm so happy and excited and glad to share it with you. The reason why I share it with you is because you need to know what happened event-wise over the weekend, and it has to be me sharing you through it. The name is IB Ben Baako. You're welcome to the hottest, to the freshest, to the red carpet show. And over the weekend, yeah, Fiifi Coleman did it, or Chami Kwame did it, and Big Chef is also doing it. So, if you want to know what happened over the weekend with all these three insights, stay and stay. I'll be right back to give you the details. Let's start off with the National Theatre, and Fiifi Coleman did something awesome at the National Theatre. So initially, the Fiifi Coleman production, who was having the theatrical play, The Dilemma of a Ghost, was supposed to have two viewings. But the turnout was so exciting that it turned out to be three viewings. And with all the three viewings, the National Theatre was full to the brim. This is how it all played out.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, you planned 2 shows and you ended up having 3 shows.
Yes.
How did this come about?
God. It has nothing to do with me. This glory is not mine. I have nothing to do with it. I created a piece of work, and he saw it worthy of the numbers that wanted to be part of it, and he sent them my way. So yes, it's God.
There you heard it from the director of the play, Fiifi Coleman. Yes, initially they planned to have 2 viewings, but they ended up having 3 viewings on Saturday at the National Theatre with his play, Dilemma of a Ghost. Originally written by Ama Atayedu, he said it earlier on that he wanted to honor her. And yes, honor was done to Ama Atayedu the late. Looking at the numbers that turned up for all 3 viewings, the auditorium at the National Theatre was full to the brim.
Yes, and I know they will tell you that before the stranger should dip his finger into the thick armor soup, the townsman must have told him to, and we must be careful with your wife. You tell us her mother is dead. If she had any tenderness, remember, her ghost must be keeping watch over all which happens to her. Come, my child. You better move. I with you.
I say clearly, I might wait here forever. How long does it take you to put on a dress?
Well, if you must know, darling Moses, I am not coming along.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Or do you not understand English neither?
Okay, I'm waiting for you. If we don't hurry, then this will be full up by 9 a.m. and I wouldn't get to start through the whole Thanksgiving service.
Of course you don't come back here to sleep. I will, except I repeat, I ain't coming, okay? Or are you too British, you're gonna hear me Yankee lingo.
You lady.
What?
Again?
Sure.
And the Sunday morning?
Sure, Moses. Poor darling Moses. Sure. I've been drinking on a Sunday morning. How dreadful. But surely, Moses, it doesn't matter on which God's day a girl gets soaked, huh?
Why?
Ain't you gonna say, poor sweetie pie? Ain't I poor here as I'd have been in the streets of New York City? You lady, my people say a woman must not take alcohol. You lady, my people say not pleased to see you smoke.
You could see from the numbers that were coming out from the auditorium and the excitement on the faces that they indeed had a good play and enjoyed the play. Had the chance to talk to Ajetianan, who was a character on stage.
Your hug with Fiifi and it was shedding tears.
Yeah, emotional, isn't it?
Very right.
Yeah, because of the hard work behind the scenes. I mean, a lot of work has gone behind the scenes, and we're grateful for the support from corporate Ghana, and individuals who've helped us and pushed us to do this. And Fiifi has been like a 1 man thousand, as they say, and for it to come together this way and Ghanaian public, respond this way, it's just humbling, and I think that we were a bit emotional.
The idea was to have 2 shows. You ended up having 3 shows. When he came to tell you you had to run, you had to do a 3rd run.
Yeah.
What was the response?
It was solid. I mean, we still had people outside who were a bit peeved, because they actually wanted to come and see 8, and then we couldn't do a 4th show, unfortunately, because of some technical demands as well. But we're grateful because the turnout was good. It was really packed, and we didn't even expect that we'll have 3 shows fully packed, and it was awesome.
Brew Riverson Jr. is a love to watch on stage, and everybody was hopeful that this was going to bring him back. But is it?
It's been ages since I saw you on stage, even on the silver screen. I mean, how was it? How was the crowd reception to a play like this?
I think it was impressive, actually. Very impressive. But I think Amatedu deserved it. And one of the reasons why I just did this short part, which is this the prelude, the introduction, as it were, to the rest of the play, was many years ago. She doesn't know I know. She's gone with that, without not knowing. When I had my MFA at University of Ghana, I hear she was the external assessor of our thesis work, and I hear she made some good comments about my work, and I thought maybe I owe her this. So that's really one of the reasons why I allowed Fiifi to twist my arm to do this. So that's it. So it's not really a comeback. It's just to honor this woman whom I never got the opportunity to encounter, even though I did her plays in training college and at the University of Ghana many years ago. And then, of course, she is supposed to have externally assessed my work as an MFA student. It's still good that I could get a chance to do this, at least with a living daughter of hers who showed up at the performance. So that's.
And how was it feeling for the director, Fiifi Coleman? Well, it was such a moment for him.
Okay, so I spoke with Senator Rollins. She was amazed. I have to talk to people to calm them down for the 3rd show. They were very angry. Some even asked me that they want to take their money. They are not coming to see the show again. They came in after the show. I'm asking them, was it worth it? Was it worth it? And they are telling me this was so beautiful.
Thank you. We did this.
Did you not have butterflies in your tummy when you had to do a 2nd show that you had not planned for, a 3rd show that you had not planned for?
I did. I think I remember that running around backstage and everybody said, director, you have to make a decision right now. You have an overflow. There's so many people outside who came for 4 o'clock. Can we do a 6 o'clock? And I have to come back to these actors and say, people, we are doing 3 shows instead of 2. You can imagine that. And you have contracted them to do 2 shows, and all of a sudden you're like, you're doing 3 shows, and all of them amazing. So director, let's do it. Everyone is tired, I can tell you. Everyone here is very tired, but the energy they even gave me for the 3rd, the final show, amazing.
What does it speak to you?
It means there's growth. It means there's a wave, there's a resurgence of a certain kind of theater. It means that I'm not resting on my laurels. It means do more. It means explore, challenge the status quo, do something different. It means a whole lot right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you say you were going to wash my wife's stomach with that medicine?
No!
Why?
Be patient, my master. Be patient. I hope I can deliver my message.
Hold on.
It was a couple of days ago that we met. What came out of the meeting was that we must come and ask you and your wife what is preventing you from giving your grandmother a great grandchild before she leaves us. We were to choose this day because, as you know, on this day we try to drive away all evil spirits, ill luck, unkind feelings that might have invaded our house during the past year. You know also that we invoke our sacred death to bring us blessings. Therefore, we are asking you to tell us what is wrong with you and your wife, so that first we wash her stomach with this, and then we pour the libation to ask the dead to come and remove the spirit of evil around you and pray them bring you a child. Heavens! Oh. So my nephew, this is what we bring you.
Oh, actually, they sent us with a message to bring to you. And they said we should take your own words from your own mouth to them. And I do not hope you think that we can go and tell them all you said was,
Haven't you got anything more to say? Look, when two people marry, everyone expects them to have children. And for men and women marry because they want children. And it is true.
Well, after the Fiifi Coleman, I think we need to catch our breath and have some food to eat. So let me take you to the kitchen. It's a culinary experience competition of Joy Prime, and it's happening on Joy Prime, right? I'm talking about the Big Chef Tertiary. So this week, I don't think any school did impress the judges. But then again, yeah, it was an exciting one. It was hot in the kitchen. It was exciting. It was very thrilling. And it played out like this.
Joy Prime's culinary competition, the Big Chef Tertiary, is still ongoing. It's week 5 and the kitchen keeps getting hotter and hotter. The task for the past week was pancakes and jam from scratch, and the contestants put their effort in play in the kitchen.
And the theme for the
Unfortunately, none of the schools were able to impress the judges to take home the Star School of the Week.
The ingredients we have. Okay. So far, how do you see the challenge? Are you going to win today too, the challenge? All right. Please. What are you waiting for? Be fast, be fast. You don't have enough time. Okay?
We added lemon juice.
Lemon
Lemon zest, sorry.
So, if I should open it this way. And your pancake is very hard. So if I should open it this way, what would you call it?
Pancake.
Pancake. Okay. So at this moment, where we have gotten to in the competition, okay, you need to step up. This is not acceptable. Now, advice I have for all of you. 1, in the kitchen, you have to explore. Are we okay?
Sure.
Come out from your comfort zones.
I have some surprise for everyone here, both the judges and contestants. Please drop the music.
Now, let me wrap it up with the rap doctor. For 14 years consistently, he's been making sure that he's been giving people screening on hepatitis B. On World Hepatitis B Day on Friday, he did it again at the Medina Market and made sure that he gave over 800 people, or was it 1,000 people, good screening and made sure that at least they are being vaccinated from hepatitis B. Cameras were actually there, and I have this excitement over there.
The rap doctor Ochame Kwame was in Medina Market at the lorry station to do something he's been doing for the past 14 years every year without missing. Consistency has been his hallmark with the hepatitis B free screening. This year, the OK Foundation, led by rapper Ochame Kwame, together with MDS Lancet Laboratory and the Noguchi Memorial Hospital, came together to make sure that over 800 people were screened on the World Hepatitis B Day, which fell on the 28th day of July 2023. The host, Rap Doctor, had the professor take us through every table and what was happening there.
My name is Ochame Kwame, the Rap Doctor. And as you know, today is 28th of July. And because of that, we are observing the World Hepatitis Day. And just as you've known, since 2009, every year, we do free screening and free vaccination. And this year, we've been so fortunate to partner with MDS Lancet Laboratory and Noguchi. And so we are at Medina currently. We started around 9 o'clock. It's been about 3 hours. And let me show you what is happening here. So, this is Professor Refugee. Kojo Asamoah Kusi. So this is Professor Kojo Asamoah Kusi, who is in charge of hepatitis and malaria at Noguchi. Professor, ladies and gentlemen. So, Prof, I want you to tell Joy what is happening here and the processes so that they get a proper understanding.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chairman. So this is a program that we are organizing as an institute together with the Ochame Kwame Foundation, as well as MDS Lancet Laboratories. And what we're doing is providing free screening for hepatitis B, for hepatitis C, and then for those who are negative for hepatitis B, we are also giving free vaccination. The first one will be done today, and then the subsequent ones, we will call them to come and receive the vaccines. So we have set up the place such that when you come in, you start from one point and you go through various sessions to get to the end. So this is our first point where we have people who have just come in and are waiting to join the screening process. So they wait here till there's space at the next table. The next table is where they are giving an introduction to what is happening here. They are giving information regarding what is happening. We are also adding a bit of research to what we are doing. So here you're also told about that aspect of research, and if you are interested, you fill the form and then you move on from there.
Okay, so right now I just consented someone and we are trying to let them know that after we take their sample, we'll use just a little bit for further research. So we want to ask them first if they would want us to use it for that. If not, they can tell us to discard it completely and we do it just now. But if they want us to keep it, we'll take it back to our labs and store it. If they want it to be stored for 10 years or indefinitely, we'll do so for them.
So what has been the experience ever since you started this story?
Oh, it has been very insightful and it has been good. So I'm glad to have the opportunity to be able to educate people about hepatitis B and then what its effects are. So I'm very glad to be here to be able to do that. And then I hope that this program will help them know more and at the end of the day protect themselves and their families from hepatitis.
This is the waiting. This is the registration.
Yes.
And then from registration, we go to?
This is where they take details. So this is actually registration here.
This is registration. Okay.
So here they are doing consenting.
This is consent.
So this is where they are doing consenting.
Yes.
Where they tell you about the research you are doing.
Okay.
And then you sign up if you want to join.
Okay.
From there, you come to the registration point where they take your details. The details are important because the vaccination is in 3 bits. So you have a shot today, 1 month later, 6 months later. But we don't want to have too many people lost for the 1 month and 6 month vaccinations. So all we're doing is we're collecting a bit of information from you. And then when it is a week to the month's vaccination, we call you to come and take that shot. When it's a week to the 6-month vaccination, we call you to come and take that shot as well. So this desk is for the registration of those who have signed up to be part of the work.
So this is a registration desk. We take basic information about the people, including their names, their age, their date of birth, contact, digital address, and then what they do. And it's not been quite difficult because I know they understand that whatever we have to do, we need to take their data. We just had a bit of difficulty in getting the digital address, especially with where they stay. They are not able to give us very specific details of that. So we use their landmarks to help us locate them. And then sometimes the date of birth, for example, I'm mixing up their date of birth and all of that, but it's been good.
The volunteers also shared with us the experiences of how the day had been going. Some of the people who had the free screening told us how they heard about it and how beneficial it has been to them. Rapper Ochami Kwame, together with his friends from the United States who came to help, had this to say.
Well, I was passing by and I saw that large sum of people have gathered here. So I inquired from one of the ladies that are attending to the people, and she told me it is for hepatitis B exercise, for screening rather. So I said, oh, then let me join to screen myself, to know my status.
The number of people here and looking at how the process has been very fast and how things are moving on smoothly, I think I'm quite impressed. Because mostly in occasions like this, it takes quite forever for you to get your turn, for you to get tested and all that. But I've been here not more than 15 minutes and I'm just waiting for my test results to move on to the next phase of it.
Or you are not infected. If you are infected, then the advice is that you get a confirmatory test from a lab, and then beyond then, a clinician will guide you as to whether you need immediate treatment or you need to be treated later. And then if you are not infected, our advice is that you get vaccinated, and we have the vaccines here to support that. But in order to keep secrecy, we are taking everybody through free testing counseling. So before you do the test, we give you some counseling, we give you some information, and then when you finish, we are not only counseling those who are positive, everybody goes to a counseling booth again. So the process is such that when you go to any booth, nobody knows really why you are going there.
And then also here, numbers are used.
Yes.
Special identification numbers are used,
yes,
not names. So even if you came with your partner, and you've not shown her or him your partner, that partner would not know what your test results are.
Exactly.
So what are these people doing here?
So this area is where they wait to get another bit of task done. Here, what we want to do is to ask people about their knowledge of how hepatitis B or C is contracted. So this is a desk where there is a questionnaire. They take you through, those who are at the desk take you through to ask you questions about your lifestyle, your behavior. Are you someone who uses needles for anything? Do you have, or do you engage in anything that can cause you to get infected? We want to test and know people's knowledge, how people understand how you can contract hepatitis B or C through the various blood contact means. So this desk is basically for that. And then when they finish from this desk, this is a stage where they are counseled again. This is a post-counseling session where you are counseled whether you are positive or negative. You are given information as to what the next steps are. So at this desk, if you are positive, they advise you on what to do next to get a confirmatory test and to seek treatment. As of now, we are directing people to the Legon Hospital, which is the nearest place where there is a liver clinic. But we are also exploring means of establishing another liver clinic with Medina, so that people who are in the locality can have that service locally. If you are negative, we also counsel you as to whether you want to get vaccinated. And a lot of people actually do take up the vaccination. So here is where you get that information, whether you need treatment or vaccination. And then for those who need vaccination, they come to the last desk. That is where we have our nurses who administer the vaccines. So here you come, you give your form to them, they capture some details about you. You are vaccinated, you get the yellow card, the vaccination card, which is a yellow card, and that is the end of your activity here. That card indicates that you've taken your first shot, and then you would have to come and take the second and third shots from here.
So, Prof, so if you decide that you want to get your second and third shots from Medina, the yellow card will say.
Yes.
Or if you want it also at Legon, the yellow card will say.
That one really doesn't matter. You can decide to go to any of them.
Okay.
We are trying to make it such that everybody would go to the place that is nearest to them.
Okay.
So whether you go to Medina or Legon, that is immaterial. Okay. But what we do is, as part of our activities, we also get your phone number, and a week to your next shot, we call you to remind you that you have to go to one of these places. And we give you the option to choose whether you want to go to Legon or Medina in this instance. Wherever we work, we try to get people to go to the nearest place so that it doesn't become burdensome.
Personally, my personal experience is that in the past, I've had people, I've called people for the second and third vaccines, and they've actually requested for lorry fare.
Exactly.
And sometimes you are torn in between giving the lorry fare for them to go and get it or wasting the vaccine, because it also has time.
Exactly.
So it is really that. But I just want to say that this amazing work that you are doing. Your involvement has brought a lot of professionalism. It has increased the level of preparedness, and also the research angle has been very, very, very. That's why you guys are not professors for nothing. So I'm really happy about this. And I just also want to urge people on. I am a musician, but I'm here talking research. I'm here in health. Everybody can take one of the problems. Everybody can take one.
Chami, I'm surprised you say you're a musician. I see you as a researcher. How much research you've been able to speak today? It's amazing.
Thank you.
You have been categorized as a researcher already.
And that
is how I bring the throttle to an end, or better still, my chauffeuring you to an end. I just want to thank you for indulging me for the past 30 minutes on this particular channel, on the show, The Hottest of Freshers, the Red Carpet Show. And I just want you to know, it's nice to be important, but more important to be nice. It's IB Ben Baako on social media. Make sure you're getting up with me, all right? Well, I'm going to have this fun. Yeah!